Oh, indeed, overpass. I haven't actually, have I cast an overpass yet this tournament? I don't think I have. So it's the first overpass for me in this iBUYPOWER, but certainly I don't think it's the first. As Ali is just peeking his head over to peeking towards Fountain, nearly gets tapped off. As Daps will just do that. He even has backup from Fugly at long, and Cirque in bathrooms, and it is a crossfire from hell. Team Liquid have to fight back in. Nap the first to answer. Will he be able to find Cirque? His bullets just nearly missing Cirque's head as it leaves Nitro alone. Double flash and a smoke, but bomb's down. NRG, I like that pistol.
Yeah, I mean, NRG's a team that when I watched him play Overpass earlier today, they definitely like to play very aggressive on the NRG side of things. Particularly, you're going to see a little bit later on this half when guns start coming out that NRG really love to make it a focus to control short B, whether that be pushing into connector and controlling connector and going door to short B, or whether it be just pushing out sandbags and just guarding the pipe. They really like to deny that space to T teams. So that's something that Liquid is going to have to face against a little bit later. But certainly, I mean, they can do aggression elsewhere on the map as well. And that pistol round, they certainly pulled it through. It's also good to see NRG win a pistol round. I feel like when I was watching them play in the semis earlier today against Roto, they only, I think, maybe one pistol the whole entire series. All three maps, maybe two. So they definitely struggled on pistols. So it's good to see them get a good start here.
It's also lovely to see a little bit of banter. Daps thanking Liquid for picking their favorite map. I mean, if that is true, who knows? Maybe that'll come into play. Cirque, I mean, he's just... It takes some guts. Go ahead and flash yourself over and peek as Breeze finds Steel. Peek Fountain when you know this Deagle's in play. When you know you really don't have to. You can afford to just peek backside, peek close bathrooms, but... Cirque asserts dominance. That was difficult to say.
That was, you put yourself in a pickle there.
Can't say that 3 times fast, I bet.
Wanna try?
Cirque asserts dominance, Cirque asserts dominance, Cirque asserts dominance. As he's
that's pretty good.
That wasn't bad. I think I'll take that. That's about a B- in the pug scale.
Mm-hmm. It's like that whole classic thing you would get in school where it's like, all right, I'll let you retake the test, but no matter what, you have to keep the grade on your retake. And you made like a B the first time you took it. You're like,
Worth?
Depends.
Oh my.
Wrecked.
What do you say
bodied.
about that? He doesn't even need a knot. That M4 is as crisp as it gets.
Yeah, sometimes the Deagles unarmored can get out there and get some one taps and make a round dangerous, turn it on its head. But apparently not on Cirque's watch.
Ouch.
And now we have basically a full save coming out from Liquid this time around. They did not get a bomb plant in either of these rounds, so they want to make sure they can get full utility and guns in the next. So this should be NRG being able to get off to a 3-0 start. Pop flash for Fugly, but I think he also got blind and then got naded. And now he's been chased down and taken out.
Oh, the spray from Cirque. His nade gets 1, his bullets claim 2. It leaves Steel alone. No armor P250. Cirque gets another 4K. He's done for this half, which means NRG are probably done as well. As Steel is going to run around, he picks up 1. But with 3 more to find, nothing really to do it with. This round's ultimately in the bag, and call it the Cirque bag.
Yeah, again, we shouldn't be seeing really anything happening here. Steel is just kind of maybe trying to see if he can't catch a kill, maybe try to carry Famas over, but he will get blasted. I think he was mostly hunting just to go ahead and get that over with. And so here comes the real deal. It's going to be Liquid being able to get a full buy. It is going to be AKs across the board with utility. And again, this is a map where you're just going to be Twist using a lot more actively than maybe he's had been done previous. He'll be paired up with the Liege, kind of trying to take control of A with Nitro. Then you're going to see Naf playing a solo role, kind of what he used to do in the past on previous teams before Renegades. So definitely usually takes up the stairs. But they're not going to play default this round. They're actually going to go for something a little bit more committed early. They want to do something with a quick pressure towards B. But again, we talked about this. NRG love to control short B, and Dats and Ethan are already in this area. I think they're going for a boost, though, actually, from the site. But Breeze has been taken out.
Liege working with Steel to find Breeze, and Steel's going to double entry. That's a rare sight as Ethan's still alive in pit. You'll hear the bomb going down. He'll use this time to peek, but Twist is gone on it. He's the cover, he's the band-aid, and he makes sure his teammate stays living. NRG will lose the first rifle. I do want to note, Circa's 11-0-2, and he didn't get a kill this round, but geez, that's a hot start. But Liquid come firing right back with rifles.
Yeah, that is very true. Liquid are actually on the hunt here to try to stop these guns from being saved. While they don't have that much money, they know that if they can get these 2 guns down, NRG will be in a really rough spot next round. But Fugly holding on here, does pick up 1. So for now, they're holding off the chase, but Twist and Nitro are not giving up just yet.
They afford to push this smoke. I mean, Fugly gets lucky. Nitro, okay, so he will take down Fugly, but importantly, the op stays up.
And importantly, there's enough money to surround that op with rifles, so it's not going to really kill their buy this round. So it's good they were able to save that op. Otherwise, they would have had to make some sacrifices to get another one back out there. So, yeah, really good round there from Team Liquid. That's one of the things about this Team Liquid with NAF on board, because they have so many skilled riflers now. They don't have a primary op. They can do kind of that old school optic swarm and trade style of play, something that Cloud9 kind of does now. And certainly a guy like NAF is used to that type of system. He played in it. And so you'll see a lot of those kind of executes from Liquid nowadays. And they're a lot more powerful than they used to be, because they have another strong rifler as a part of it that they didn't have before.
Seal makes some short pressure happen. And immediately just falls back, keeps NRG a little paranoid. Fugly play up in bathrooms. Support's a decent distance away, but Cirque is running back from long to get towards Sign.
And very slow approach this time around from Liquid, playing more of a default. Have Steel playing outside B per usual. Twist actually taking up the stairs this time around. Usually this has been NAF doing this since he's joined Liquid, but now he's actually working out here with Nitro and the leads, trying to see if they can't get control of long A in the bathrooms and just kind of, you know, keep their options open. Just run their defaults, get some control of the map. As I say that, Nitro gets left alone at long A, maybe to, you know, throw some pressure, but the rest are gathering up outside of Monster to do a B execute. They have a couple of smokes and a Molotov to put to use for it.
In the back of a flash. They catch Ethan. The smoke gets deployed, but Steel doesn't care. He's pushing up. Ethan. 2 bullets to the dome, takes care of Steel, and he's jumping on top of the sight box, using the smoke to his advantage. Nafly may find his teammate Cirque, but they still have a man advantage, and Ethan still has sight control. They'll find Nafly with 7 seconds. That's the round done. No way a plant's going through. Nitro maybe find kills in time. It got scary for a moment, but Nitro will stay alive. Big 3K from Ethan to work around sight. 4-1 now.
Yeah, good job there by NRG. It was Liquid kind of throwing some initial A pressure, then falling back, kind of leaving Nitro behind, and then trying to focus up for a B execute, but they were not able to really break through, and so Liquid are going to get reset. Are low on funds. They do say that 1 AK that Nitro carried over, but everyone else is going to just be forcing into UMPs, a Galil, a CZ on NAS, so definitely putting all their weight behind it, but it is certainly going to be lacking as many rifles as they probably had hoped for. As Cirque trying to get a little bit aggressive over here towards the bathrooms. Will fade back, though, after some utilities been dumped. They'll do a boost, actually, to look over this smoke, and that could net them a Terrace who's not expecting it.
Oh, it's 10-1. Down to 7. That's probably even eat some bullets through the smoke. As NRG fall back, they smoke off Sandwich.
That's a lot of free damage for Cirque. I mean, he took a little bit, but he took Nitro down halfway, and Twist is bleeding out. So that was definitely a worthwhile exchange of spray through the smoke. And they've slowed down Liquid. They just kind of held up in mid still. Looks like they are going to commit to A, though, as Steel has made his way over to join them. So this definitely seems to be the intended target. But they don't have a lot of utility. They have a couple of smokes, but it's really going to come down to just how well they can trade. Ethan's actually pushed out B. That's huge. Now there's a 4th player that's rotated to A. This is going to be so hard to break through now.
Liquid really don't have a choice. No other map control. Flank coming through from Ethan. They could try to go back connector, but they really don't know what's going on there. Fugly makes the call that they're crossing. It is just going to be a bloodbath so far, and that's the case. NRG don't lose a single member, and you know you're doing good on the CT side when majority of members have AKs.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, again, that really just boils down to the fact that Liquid needed an early pick to really get rolling because they didn't really have utility for a proper execute. And then once that didn't work, it's like, okay, well, even though we didn't have the utility, we still have to find a way to win battles. And unfortunately for them, because a flank came through B, they had to go up against more opposition than what they usually expect to be up against, right? I mean, there's 4 people in the area ready to defend the A bomb site already, so it was a nightmare for Liquid, basically, is the point. Cirque botches a grenade, at least doesn't take damage and falls back, as Liquid are on a full Glock save, so this should be a mop-up for NRG.
Yeah, Cirque just doesn't want to self-flash long. Ugly. Controls this spray correctly, gets 4 under the pistol. Napfly, give him the ace. Actually, Daps is going to steal it. But pretty much is as good as that could go for Team Liquid.
Yeah, again, you can't really expect a whole hell of a lot out of a full Glock save, but because of that full save and a 3-round loss bonus, they're able to get an AK buy here. Again, this is a situation where they would have been in a lot of trouble with JDM because they wouldn't have been able to afford an AWP, and JDM would have to either rifle or do like a UMP buy or something, and they would have a little bit less of firepower to do a 5-rifle execute. But now with NAF, they do have a little bit more weight, so they can still be dangerous in a round like this. But to be fair, NRG have been playing really well on some of these forward positions towards connector and bathrooms, and they've really made it hard on Liquid to find much. But Liquid will bypass all that this time. They're just going to go heavy long A, avoiding all of the aggression towards bathrooms and connector.
Question is, how quick does NRG react to this? And immediately, they're pulling all 3 back to site, but will Liege catch them? He's just going to peek, Cirque. Not expecting Liege to be here. Liege expelling so many bullets. He has 1 left, and he can't get the 3rd, but Nitro sure can. A great individual play from Liege, cleaned up by Nitro. That site, that's bombed down. Perhaps round down as well. Daps works in. Considering going for this, but Breeze is so far away. He is just going to play for exits and fall off. Hang on to this AK. The M4 will stay in Breeze's hands if he can find an exit, but Steel is kind of in this round-winning position where if he gets the kill on Breeze, yeah, no exits will be had. No.
Yeah, clean round there from Liquid. They get both A players down without really losing too much. Just, again, bypassing the aggression by going through long. Much better trading inside the site itself, and they do go ahead and secure another round for themselves. It is now 6-2. However, NRG does save the 1 AK with Daps, and they have plenty of money to rebuy here. That will not be a problem. And last time around, Liquid were unable to streak rounds together. They got reset, and it put them in a really bad way economically. They can't really afford to have that happen to them again. If they did, I mean, they would go down like 8-2 or something, and it would get to a point where they're running out of rounds. So they need to tidy it up. Nitro will actually have an op this time around, so they do want to include that. He'll be looking for a pick through Monster.
He's been pre-firing and pretty much pre-aiming this with his crosshair every round when he comes out of that water tunnel. Or second tunnel, if you will.
Yeah, just back to default for Team Liquid. Steel will hold on to short beads. Gives them a route into a B execute later on if they so choose. It also gives them information. You can hear a lot of people rotating through graffiti. Maybe keep a tab on how many numbers he's hearing running back and forth. But Ethan might actually check into short B and catch Steel, which could be a problem. And Cirque has also already found a pick over towards long. It's an even trade at short B. And it all leads to NRG being up in a 4-on-3 situation in the mid-round.
Great spot for NRG to be in. And Fugly gonna take this with a grain of salt. He's going to continue his aggression towards bathrooms. At least hold a decent amount. Look at Cirque. He's getting forward in the smoke. Just misses a shot, and Liege punishes. Fugly has a sandwich respawn. He's going to take the fight with Twist, who he wins, but Daps is still here and living. Liege trying to do his best foon through the smoke. As Daps will fall back in a little time for Breeze to get over here. Molly towards his Breeze position. Catches that by his bomb in hand, and it's a Liege in a 1v2. He's done it so many times before. Will this be it? He's brought it down to a 1v1. 15 seconds. He'll punch in the digits. Daps gets to dumpster, and Liege's just going to walk out, use this fading smoke to his advantage, but not... So that smoke perhaps is there for another couple seconds. Liege may escape, but Daps escapes with the round and the op.
Yep, and so Liquid reset again. Luckily, they got a bomb plant, though, so this maybe gives them a little bit more of a choice to make on how they want to spend going forward, whether they want to take a save this next round or they want to still go for some type of buy. I mean, they have a good money on 2 of their players, decent money on the third. It's just 2 of their players are low on cash. But they are, with that bomb plant, going to go ahead and go for it. Yeah, that was a tough round for NRG. They almost lost that. I think Cirque went for a little bit too much. He tried to push in front that smoke at long and actually gave up the man advantage, and it got it down to a 1v1 in the end. But luckily, Liege took a lot of damage through all of his efforts to get the bomb down, and that's still able to lock up the rounds. Now Team Liquid again do get 3 AKs and 2 CZs out. A little bit of utility. Gonna be controlling connector. Looks like they want to go for a B split. Just get into short B, but they want to probably make sure that no one's flanking them. But unfortunately, that is what's happening. Fugly's actually pushed through into playground. So a lot of information gained by NRG.
A long con flank all the way around. I also want to know there must be some kind of banter with these new photos. As Nafly spots the toes and remove Fugly, and they're just going to now march their way into B. Realize they've dealt with a one lone flanker. He'll wait for the flash, he'll go first. Breeze is playing in pit. But Cirque is here in graffiti. There with Ethan, but no frags for NRG for now. Bomb goes down, they have full site control. Daps is out here, he's told Cirque to run too, but Cirque gets caught. And I imagine they may send 1 or 2 players down to for Daps, realizing the money is still kind of meh.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth for too many people to go for the chase because money is low. Rebuying would be expensive, but certainly knowing that NRG only has a 2-round loss bonus coming next round, or actually a 1-round loss bonus coming next round, their money is actually pretty low because they did get reset. And they had to rebuy 4 players the last round, so Liquid definitely would like to make sure that they have a full easy round next time. Good job there by Liquid. Just even they caught the flank early. I think that was the biggest part, but also just really clean entries onto the B bombs. I didn't lose any people on the way, so definitely kind of getting their aim about them, I guess you could say. It gets them to a 3rd round, and again, a very good chance for a 4th given NRG economy.
Maybe Cirque meant it when he said it, that he's out of fuel. Since the 4th round, he's only gotten 2 extra kills. But what can you do? These have been... His other teammates have been stepping up, and his Team Liquid are up to the plate now. They'll extinguish the molly and twist. As soon as he hears that happening, he immediately falls back.
Oh, Ethan gets caught real quick there by Elige. Really well done here. Just Liquid to start taking control of this party area. Nas also found Cirque as well. And again, there wasn't a whole lot expected from this round in the form of energy. The fact that they weren't working with much. That now sneaks out for a kill. Naf quick to silence any more shenanigans, though, and that is that 4th round for Team Liquid. So they are working to close that gap. They've won 3 out of the last 4 rounds, excuse me. So definitely having a bit of a recovery. They've basically gone even with NRG in rounds ever since NRG got the 3-0 start.
Now, they could have had 4 M4s and lack utility for NRG here, but they go for pistols. I guess this is just because they won pistol and have 3 rounds to work with still.
Yeah, also probably want Cirque to have an AWP. Could even go for a double op setup. I have seen them do that a couple of times on this map, so that might be another thought.
Lee's just going to walk out. NRG take a gamble stack. Waiting for any sound cue towards Fountain. Cirque's just going to jiggle. Nothing towards Connector. The gamble won't pay off. But it's going to be scary if they try to exit Monster, Team Liquid. So Twist could be the one to fall.
Yeah, indeed, he is the one just kind of sitting in the corner. Does have a helper now. Naf has come over as well. And it's not like NRG have much to lose here, so you could definitely see them try to go for the hunt, but they might be more looking for exits. They might suspect that Liquid has like an SMG or something and doesn't want to give them bonus cash. That's why they're just holding back.
There's a surprise around this corner. It's 3 players. The AKs go and 2 will fall. Is still Nafly going to continue to push the envelope? Going to continue to push this issue?
They want to make sure they don't pick up that AK. That's the thing.
So they're going to have to stay and fight. Can last second Daps make a magician jump?
No.
No nitro hold, so not happening. No magician play.
Indeed. So it is going to be another round going the way of Liquid, but now NRG back onto the buy. Again, they saved up really nicely, so they have no problem getting Cirque and AWP. Don't decide to go for a second op. And again, I noticed like when NRG was playing Rogue on this map a little bit earlier today, they really like to just push rifles into short B and kind of let Cirque dictate the pace at A with the AWP. I haven't really seen that a whole lot. They've been doing boost inside the B-bomb site to watch short B, but they haven't really gone for control of it yet. And as I say that, I think they are fighting for control this time, and they do get it. They take a leash down with Cirque's AWP, and now they have an instant advantage, and they have tabs on short, and they have Daps pushed into connector.
long as Dabs takes one with him, they'll keep the man advantage. Dabs falls. Done. Might hurt energy. Ethan and Breeze will set up towards Monster. The re-smoke will go down. Good mind Nitro's an op and was posted on that. As Twist is now a little self-conscious of the flank.
Yeah, this is a really stout setup by Energy on the B-bomb side. They've kept Cirx, AWP in place over here. Dats does go down in Connector. They've been putting a lot of faith in Fugly just solo rifling the A-bomb site by Bathrooms. He's kind of pushed forward and just keeping vision. As soon as he sees something, I'm sure he would backpedal to the A-bomb site and then buy time to get a rotation from B. But until then, Energy is going to hold 3 firm on B, but Liquid are still picking it apart somehow. Look at these entries from Steel and Company. They might still break through all of this.
Ethan pulling forward. Nitro's easy out. He's lost track of Ethan. Is he going to live? He won't live for long. The headshot comes through. Ooh. I wish I saw that from Twist perspective. I imagine that was disgusting. The stop up 1 tap.
Welcome to Twist Barbershop, dude. He put them on the chair, put that nice little whatever plastic tarp that thing is they wrapped around you, and then he just gave him the buzz.
The Team Liquid bib.
Yeah. Is it a bib? I don't know what you would call that. It's pretty long. It's not
like
really
an
a
apron,
bib.
Basically. Right?
Yeah, I guess you could say it's like a plastic apron of some sorts. I don't know.
We're not barbers.
Yeah, exactly.
That's our excuse. Elige, Flash Fountain, will walk peek at himself. And Ethan hits a dirty 1D through the boost. Boost will work out this time. Steel gets punished. He's been doing that quite a bit where he pushes that second tunnel and tries to get water control. This time that one works out. Circ in Bathrooms. CZs. Again, always deadly in these positions as Elige will work down Connector. Energy, don't count them out. Especially now that Daps has retrieved that AK. This round's kind of tossed into the air now.
Yeah, especially since Daps, not only does he pick up the AK, but he also has all the information on what's going on outside B, which allows Energy to stack the other players at A. So they're in the best positions possible to make something happen based on the numbers, but they have lost a player. And again, Liquid is pretty smart about it. Like, they're not going to go into these close range fights in Bathrooms and give a chance to a CZ or a pistol to just get them up close. They're going to bypass all that. They're going to take control along A. They'll make sure they don't get caught by that close left-hand corner. They're going to give themselves the best chance to win. As the lead gets traded out even in Bathrooms, but here does come Liquid out long.
Oh, but Ethan gets one more. So now Nitro with just a smoke against Daps, who, again, has his body armor. As Nitro has 30 seconds, he tosses the smoke pretty much straight up. And it lands perfectly at Dumpsters. I don't think he could have calculated that any better.
Yeah, it's tough because Nitro knows that Daps pushed B, but he has no clue where Daps is now. Like, for all he knows, Daps flanked all the way around, and he's in Bathrooms, or he could be in B site, but Nitro will gamble towards B.
Watch him win this. Oh my goodness, he jumps across. Nitro has a chance now to plant or re-peek, and he's just going to get the plant down, secure the money, and then look for the fight. Daps staying in the exact same spot. And Nitro is smartly going to fall back to the headshot angle. Daps can't connect, and Nitro's still living. Daps has to push up, has a smoke, but no kit. Nitro's playing games, but Daps will end the game. It's short-lived. Energy get 8.
Yeah, really well done. They still made those pistols work, despite the fact that Liquid put most of their forces through long A. Ethan caught one of them, and then they did get the Elige down over towards middle, so... Again, a lot gained from Daps. Not only does he win the 1v1 clutch, but he also is the one who got all that information at B. Allowed Energy to kind of stack the A side with limited resources, and they make magic happen. They make it 8-6. Liquid do get a bomb plant, and they did win 4 rounds in a row previous to that, so they have plenty of cash to go for a full buy in the last round, including an op on Nitro. I think they've only used an op on him 1 other time this entire half, so... Must have something in mind. Looking for a monster pick again. Actually going to go towards short.
He wanted that jump spotter or the boost. Circ, pick towards long. Nitro's just running up short with an op. He has no fear. He will go for the pit peak. He'll make as much noise as possible. Hoping to scare someone away from Monster. Get him to cross back at his sight.
I was just hoping someone eventually is going to try to check short. Beanie's going to be able to catch them, but instead they just smoke it all, so Nitro's op will be negated. Steel watching to see if anyone's going to try to cross back off the off angle of Monster, but again, Energy are just holding firm. They're not panicking. They don't really have a need to move. Fugly has, forward position on A and has track of everything going on this side of the map, so they can kind of be confident in their setup here at B. And to be fair, like, they've run a lot of B stacks, and Liquid has really struggled against them most of the time. I think they've only broke through it maybe once this entire half.
And that was thanks to the nice clean entries from Steel. He gets 2 entries and no response. Now, Breeze has died to this exact post-up from Nitro before. Will that be the case again? This time Breeze gets 1. Nitro actually hits Steel. Double headshot entry, but he's on 6 HP and Elige is on 9. There's a molly on Fugly. Maybe that can deny the plant. Daps is stuck in pit. Bomb will go down. In the cover of the smoke. You hear the molly get tossed, but the smoke immediately extinguishes it. Nitro, the only one with HP. He's flashed and gets caught. Cirque, lovely shot. Fugly's not coming short. He'll turn around home water. Elige hits an absolute ringer. The crouch around the corner. It's not a ring around, it's a crouch around. And Cirque's just going to jump on this, zoom in, fade out Elige, hits the first, and now Daps can just cover. Cirque will rescope. Steel comes around. There's the cover, and that's a nice round from NRG.
Yeah, really well done. Again, NRG did really well throughout that entire half, finding information and being able to rotate or stack sites accordingly. So, got to give them major props on being willing to take the risk of playing, forward positions and using information to their advantage. Liquid definitely looked a little bit flat throughout that half, but I think they still got enough work done to feel like they're still in this game. I mean, 6 rounds on T-side overpass is not too shabby. Seen plenty of teams be able to pull off double-digit CT side, so they're certainly not out of it yet, but at least NRG, did a good job, especially getting that 3-0 start. That certainly helped. That was actually the difference maker, really. I mean, both teams won 6 rounds after the 3-0 start, so definitely helped out a lot to get that good start. And you can also help yourself out by getting involved in this giveaway we got going on. It's our halftime reminder to check the images below the stream. There's the grand giveaway as well as a rig contest that you can vote in. And both of those will lead to you to ways to win prizes, including a PC valued at around $1,600. It's free to enter, so be sure to go check it out as we wait for this second half to begin.
Begin it shall eventually. The question is NRG going to be more comfortable on the T side than they were on CT? You noted how good they were at controlling bathrooms on the CT side. Now, perhaps that'll leak over to their T side where they'll just have that fighting mentality towards bathrooms. Love to just default out, keep one player monster. Who knows what the world will hold for us? Who knows what this game will turn out? But we're all along for the ride, Dust, and we'll learn together. That's the magic of television.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I know that NRG, when I've watched them play Overpass so far, they like to be a very fast-paced team. They really like a lot of different, quick-pace 1-4 splits, like their fast-paced P executes. So definitely a team that typically plays a bit faster than what you saw Liquid do most of the time on their T side in that first half. But we will have to see, as NRG certainly not wasting any time with this pistol round as they're just charging through Monster. But unfortunately, Naf is a brick wall with that USP.
Jeez. Gets 3, add the 4th. Is he going to ace? Yes, he will. Now
those all
fly.
Headshots as well.
All headshots.
Got him.
Jeez, the one pop flash, and he just fights nonstop. Gets a reload, gets last 2. All right, pulling a Cirque.
Really well done there from Naf. That's all him all day. Like he might have got help from a flashbang, but that was pretty much just straight up giving him
straight banter.
Yep.
9-7. Pistols arrives. And Liquid look to make NRG dive as Nitro top connector. Dinkin will try to fall. He's actually going to smoke top connector. Saves Elige. That way he doesn't have to keep fighting with FAMAS and Elige can get one and get out. Pretty standard. NRG have already taken decent damage too, so their hope is just an overextended Liquid player at this point.
Yeah, they didn't get the first round bomb plant, so they went for the force buy here, and so far they've received nothing but pain. Already lost a player 2 down quite low. Done some damage to Nitro in the process, but certainly Liquid are looking well out in front as far as health and firepower. And they have good positioning over here towards the A site. 3 players in the area. Smoke goes up. Ethan trying to see if he can play around the edge of it. Actually, Cert that catches the kill, so he evens it back up. Makes things a little bit more interesting. Keeping Liquid on their toes a little bit.
Has him worried. Still has support from Twist, but he still does have a molly with 35 seconds. The question is, are they going to walk up on him and the molly might not get used? Won't spawn anything. Really wants to use this molly, but he's waiting for contact to do so. Otherwise, he'd love to keep it for a retake. The flash and the molly will come out. He's trusting Twist to hold his short, and exactly he'll do that. Nice shot from Ethan. Twist goes down. Can they get Steel? I'm not sure it matters. Rotation's already... Did Steel just run at him with his knife and got the knife on Ethan?
Yes, he did.
Oh my... That's a statement.
Yep, don't bring a gun to a knife fight, man. It's supposed to be the other way around, but not in Counter-Strike, apparently. Not in that moment. And now Liquid are off to tying this thing up, especially given that NRG are going to have to go for a full save here. That force buy didn't pan out, so they're going to have to save up for their first gun round, and this is going to give Liquid a really great chance just to go ahead and even things as we head into that.
The train is rolling into the station, and Nafly's looking like the conductor. But it looks like Nitro wants that promotion. Hunting these Glocks. And it should just be simple. They'll get mowed apart. Nitro will fall. That's a FAMAS. Yes, he will.
Yep.
Just what do you expect?
Yep, so 9-9 is how things are kicking off here on map number 1, but now the guns are coming out for NRG, and this is where things will hopefully get a little bit more interesting. And we'll have to see how things go, because Liquid, just like you saw NRG do in the first half, really do like to play forward. They like to play for that information. They like to, you know, push connector, play forward on A, typical stuff that CTs like to do in early rounds. So they're definitely not going to just give NRG space for free. And again, when I've seen NRG play in the past, they really like to do faster pace executes, particularly on the B side of the map. So we will have to see if they're able to make those work, as it looks like they are going to go for one of their B executes right off the bat. So again, it's something that they're very comfortable doing. And you see them all gathered up outside Monster with some utility ready to rip. But you're going to have Steel playing up close with Twist on the other side. Twist's foot has been spotted. Ethan's going to get the entry. Flutley trades for another one as well.
Nafly playing around Pillar. 3 members of the enemy team on the other side. He only gets a dink on a breeze. Bomb will go down. And I think, unless Elise gets a kill with this nade, or at least finds someone early, it comes down to timing. How long do they wait? And how close up does Nitro really want to get into this?
Yeah, I think they're definitely just going to save these 2 guns. Money's obviously going to be low when you go down.
Oh.
Okay.
Finds the one-on-one. Well, Nitro goes down, though. Leisha 19. Now he's kind of too far in. He's back out, and Circa knows it'll come through the smoke and fight 10-9. They lose the op and the M4.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough. I'm surprised they went for that. I mean, yeah, they have some money saved up, but you can certainly see that Nitro doesn't really have a whole lot of cash, and even Alicia's looking low, so a buy here would actually be pretty rough on a couple of their players. So I think it would have been good just to at least save one of those guns, make sure you have a nice full buy in this round. But they're going to go for double AWP. Steel will just take a CZ. Alicia will, you know, get a FAMAS, which is still not too shabby. Certainly lacking utility and kits, and that could be a real problem on a retake situation. But they certainly do still have the guns to pack a wallop. Now, Naf, though, was trying to go for an aggressive op pick towards A, and he was chased off. So the first attempt by Liquid to make something happen early has been denied. But at least it didn't cost them a life in the process.
Nafly will reaggress, meet up with Elige. He'll hold the connector peak. Well, NRG slowly but surely work across pretty much every avenue of the map. Someone long, they had bathrooms.
Yeah, I've seen them do this before. They like to put Breezy in a good position over towards the A-bomb site to cut off rotates and maybe just create some pressure and hold people in place, make them respect that A is still an option. Basically push Liquid off of bathrooms is like that was the goal, was to, so they couldn't see party or connect or anything like that, make Liquid guess. And then they still go for the B execute they like to do. Which you do see the 4 players got the upside monster right now. Now, Twist does have short beat control, and that's what's really key here, because I think NRG is looking the 4-man monster. So even if they get Steel out, if Twist can maintain short beat control and allow his teammates to rotate, they still have a way to stop this.
Walking contact, Steel acts on the shadow, and retaking B, you mentioned, is just simpler when you have that short control. You're going to stay alive. Naf misses a quick shot, the double up retake. It's kind of like Twist is in the spot to win the round. If he gets one, his team may go for it. If they don't, it's almost like you're flooding out heaven, you're flooding out graffiti, and you're just kind of gambling.
Run out of time, though, is Liquid, and retaking with 2 ops can be rough. And again, they have to work fast because they don't have a kit. So they need to get a move on here. They got to worry about Breeze flanking them.
Gotta go as fast as the train as Elige finds Dap. Start pushing up short. Lovely shot from Ethan. He needs to hit more of those, and he can't. It's Breeze alone. Molly on the bomb. Napfly's weak. That might just finish him off. They had to get off bomb. He's done it. The single Molly, and they might die.
What a strat!
That was
I've never
unreal.
like you see the GG Molly all the time on train, you know, in the inner bomb site, but I haven't really seen a GG Molly from heaven of overpass onto B. Like that is definitely a whole nother ball game. It's smart when you think about it too, because NRG had to know that Liquid wasn't going to have a lot of utility, so they probably wouldn't have a smoke to extinguish. So the fact that they just left Breezy out there at A the whole time to be able to do that, I don't know if that was like the plan from the start, probably not, but the way things played out certainly was great on Breeze to just stick around and hold on to that Molotov for that moment.
See it. Individual play. Fugly, speak of those, finds an individual opener. Lilige being gone. Nitro will op up. Or sorry, you saved the op. Pardon me. Elige carried the op, right? I'm not losing my mind? Mind is not losing. We're okay. Showing early signs of being dumb. As Daps will find 2. This one should be over. The op on Nitro finds nothing. We're looking at a 12-9. Oh, yeah,
so yeah, Energy is starting to get a little bit of something going here. Starting to get a little bit in front of Liquid, and Liquid's in a really rough spot right now because, yeah, they're going to get a full buy next round, but their economy is kind of in the dumps, and they're kind of in one of those buy-save rotation type scenarios right now until they can streak together a couple of rounds in a row. And then once they do win a round, they have to worry about the threat of being reset. So Energy is really controlling the economy nicely, and they have a 3-round lead. And again, this was Liquid's map pick, a map they've been quite good on offline. And their run of top 4 finishes and, you know, the finals win over at CS Summit 2. So this has typically been a map that's favored them, and a map that Energy hasn't played a whole heck of a lot. So to steal it away from Liquid, and then you get to go on Nuke, which is kind of a big gray area, I think. That is definitely a good look for them if they could do that.
2 opening kills is always helpful. Keep in mind, this is the calm half-buy before the storm of the rifles.
Mm-hmm.
But finding success here would, of course, be
I feel like this next gun round has to work for Liquid, or they've probably lost this map. Unless they make some type of crazy comeback off of a force buy. So yeah, I mean, this next round after this one means the world to Liquid, at least for this map.
They might even go back into the... Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Steal. No luck again towards Monster. Nitro has the same fate. Nitro stab. Fugly. Lucky to stay alive. And that's 13-9. We'll see what Team Liquid are...
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, their frag distribution isn't even that crazy. Like, I mean, Cirque's well out in front, but everyone else is fragging around the same area. So it's not even a heavy firepower difference going on here.
Did you notice Cirque knifed Ethan?
I did not.
Team knifed him and killed him right at the end.
Hate to see that. Luckily, they have enough money to where that doesn't really impact them too much.
Shit just happens. That was one of those moments. Nitro gets the up out, no utility whatsoever.
Yeah, again, they at least have a couple of kits this time, so that gives them a little bit of a sigh of relief if a bomb goes down. Have a nice little bait setup going on at long A. You know, Nitro first contact with the AWP, and the Liege can be up close to swing out and help if they do, in fact, decide to make some type of play towards that end of the map. But again, Energy likes to favor B, and they also like heavy connector setups into short B, so they may not ever even come across this setup at long A. But as I say that, Cirque is bringing his op nearby, so there is a chance this could eventually pan out for Liquid.
Well, he's just being patient. Has his patience worn off? Cirque's holding for this. Elige may just walk into the top just as Cirque moves, but Cirque still hits the quick shot. Nearly blessed with good timings, Elige. But here comes the push now. It's a split. Nitro gets caught with his back turn just as they burst out bathrooms in towards long A. Fugly wraps the site. No one's home. Smoke down. Bomb down. That's round pretty much in the bag, I think, 100%.
Yeah, they have to save these 2 M4s so they have nothing in the next round. And that's really just a round of timing through and through. You know, unlucky timing for Elige. If he would have waited like one more second, I think Cirque was going to turn around and start heading towards A, and Elige could have got the flank in and gotten a kill, and that could have made that play out differently. Also, you know, the second Nitro turns his back to run back to A is the second that NRG decide to peek down long A and kill him in the back. So, again, a game of milliseconds sometimes. Depending on when you decide to peek, when you decide to retreat, can make a huge difference. And it certainly gave NRG a quick round, and now they are just a couple away from locking up Liquid's map pick and starting off the series 1-0 as the underdog, I would say. That's good stuff. And luckily, Liquid put on a clinic at the end to save their 2 rifles, so that is great news for them. Doesn't really hurt NRG. Again, they have plenty of cash, but it means the world to Liquid to have held on to the guns.
One of those last comfortable buys Liquid will be able to get out if they lose this round. An early molly from Liquid stops NRG from getting out to Fountain early, and it's a double up connector. They're going to boost over to check in towards second tunnel. And Nap's just going to drop right into the peak before his feet even touch the ground. He has a Dinkin and Cirque. And Nap's even going to be able to live. He'll smoke off Daps and he'll get out of there. What a cheeky little play from Liquid.
Liquid getting control of short B here, getting a pick, denying NRG space. And I feel like Liquid needed to take some initiative, right? Like just sitting back and letting NRG do what they're comfortable with, getting map control, setting up for executes. Liquid hasn't really fared very well defending against that, so them being the ones taking the fight to NRG might be what they need, and Nitro will add on to that up close with the AWP onto Ethan, so he gets it into a quick 5-on-3. So a lot of time left to play, and NRG do have control of bathrooms and they're pushing up A, but Liquid certainly have the numbers now.
Smart from Elige just tuck himself in the corner. It's probably a one and done. Looks away from the flash, and it's done without the one. Fugly and Breeze double entry. Retake is on the cards. That molly, not fast to run through it, and so does his teammates, and they're gonna get bank control. Fugly and Breeze gonna push in here. The bomb's not even planted because it's coming from long. So Fugly and Breeze want to fight and take as much control as they can.
Oh my goodness, NRG's Molotovs have been so good. Yeah, Naf caught a good timing to get past it, but then his teammate ran through it and got tagged by it a couple of times and took damage. Not only did he become weakened, but then NRG knew what was up. They knew that people had run past the Molotovs, so they just go take bank and take those fights and win them. So despite the fact that Liquid had a 5 versus 3 due to the quick short B push and getting picks, NRG's still able to respond. In big part thanks to Breeze. And now they're at map point, and Liquid again, I mean, they are running out of lifeline here. I mean, they'll obviously buy all that they can, and NAF will have an M4 carried over, but NRG looks like they have this one in the bag. I mean, they are playing some really good Counter-Strike here in Overpass.
Terrorists win.
I agree with that statement.
Mm-hmm. It's actually really neat because I feel like we've been kind of talking about how, you know, with CLG and Misfits gone, there's kind of this gap now that needs to be filled, like in the middle of the pack in North America, because most people kind of still think that like Liquid, Cloud9, SK, maybe this new Optic lineup with the stars that they have on that team, that these are going to be some of the top teams in the region. Who's going to fill that void that CLG and Misfits left behind? And NRG is like one of the top candidates. But, I mean, getting a win against Liquid here would do wonders to maybe say that, hey, we're a playoff contender as well in these pro leagues.
In the molly, full blind. Breeze, little did he know he became a dancer. Dodging the mag, 7 shots. Ethan, the double entry. Fugly has cut off connector. They need a new avenue in. And Fugly has just all the answers. He's going to jump in mid-air, gets caught. Good night. Fell asleep before he even hit the ground. Naf and Nitro, I don't even think they have a chance to get back into this. This is NRG probably picking up the momentum.
Yeah, Naf has to worry about Fugly shooting him in the back. He may eventually get Fugly, and he does, but it's still a 2 versus 3 retake, and they are running out of time.
Cirque spots up Nitro towards heaven. Molly short, and Ethan just plays off the contact, adapts. Snapfly, no time, no chance. This is 16-9. Liquid lose the map pick, and we're off to Nuke, where NRG have been flawless throughout this entire... Actually, they beat Rogue, right?
Yeah.
Before I finish my sentence, yeah, they beat Rogue on Nuke, so they've been flawless throughout this entire tournament. They've played it twice.
Yeah, they have been pretty hot on to Nuke, and while Liquid will play it, it's not something we've seen them play a whole lot, especially with now. board, so not really sure what to expect from them. I think they should have definitely won overpass in my plans when I was doing the predictions, but no, I mean, I have to give props to NRG. They played a hell of a game of Counter-Strike. They did really well on CT side in the first half, getting information, making the proper rotations or stacks based on the information they gained.